It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
Just about ready to roll here. And today's starter, Clayton Kershaw.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
In the dirt, and that's ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Up the middle, Brown. The throw to first. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Swing and a ground ball. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper. He loves talking about players he admired growing up.
Julio's first career home run came against the Marlins with Sandy Alcantara on the mound. Not bad, huh? Not only that, but Julio's 3-run homer turned out to be the game winner.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit no score. You're watching the National League Championship. Back here in L.A. and on the mound today, Ranger Suarez. What do we have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Larry Brown. And that's through there for a strike.
It's pretty unlikely, but Julio's first and second career home runs came in National League stadiums. The first one happened here against the Marlins, and his second career homer happened at Citi Field against the Mets.
0-2 now.
Speaking of home runs, that was the year Julio participated in the home run derby. He was the 6th seed and lost to Juan Soto after eliminating Corey Seager and Pete Alonso to reach the finals.
On the ground to the left. Turner sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
And now it's even up. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. That misses, and that's ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Right down to shoot, and 1-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
That one down the line, but that rolls foul. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. So the Dodgers lead Game 1 of the NLCS.
Left fielder Kyle
will come up.
Schwarber.
That one is upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Kershaw winds and deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. 1 away.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Nick Castellanos stands in now and watches strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Batting 6th, second baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, Edmundo Sosa. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And into second easily with a 2-out double. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
And that one fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Just missed. Suarez, in his 7th season, he features a sinker, a curve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Goes down looking.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Next pitch is outside. And that's a little high.
It was a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and licked it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Muncy digs in. The other way. Oh, he gloves it.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Right fielder,
Now a chance for Andy Pappas. There's the strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Hernandez, the runner at first with two gone.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Popped up. Harper. And that ends the inning. One left for L.A. We'll move to the third. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Mauricio Dubon.
Leading off for the Phillies.
No score. Kershaw back to work. Delivers. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Just missed. Pitch misses. 2-1. High fly ball out to center field. Cruz hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop,
Turner down. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Cut on and lifted in the air. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. And that's in for a strike.
So O'Neal Cruz is named after Paul O'Neal. That was his father's idol in baseball, so he named his son O'Neal. In 2022, they finally met each other when the Pirates played the Yankees in New York, and I'm sure that was a moment that O'Neal Cruz will never forget.
This to third. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Good onside run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Larry Brown. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And no one can get there. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now
here's Mookie now. He's 0 for 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Here goes the runner. There's the ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. One out, the runner at second here in game one of the NLCS. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And Betts dives back. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next pitch is outside. Betts leads off first with one away. And that's in for a strike. Runner takes off. In there for strike three. Safe at second, and that was not close. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Struck out swinging his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Start of the fourth. Now the number 2 hitter, Weston Wilson. And there's a ball.
Well, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Fouled off. He was late.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Line to left. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and now the tying run is into scoring position.
Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Pages gets under it. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now batting left
Kyle
fielder,
Schwarber comes up to hit here. Smash to the left side. In plenty of time to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Swinging a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Look out, almost got him upstairs.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at-bat to hit. Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
2-2. That missed by a lot. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first, and that is that. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the 4th, All tied 1-1. Bottom four, the batter now will be Will Smith.
Catcher, Will Smith.
Suarez back to work. That's in there. Strike one.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Hernandez takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Smith gets his lead at first with nobody out. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here comes Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
No outs. Runner on second. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Now it's going to be Andy Pajes.
That missed. That's a ball.
Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. That's in there.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo. This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed.
Looks to second. That's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Larry Brown. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Suarez checks over to first, and he's back. That one's upstairs, ball 1. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And there's a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
That one misses. Ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. That clips the corner. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Nabil Prismat up and loosening in the pen. Banks getting cranked up as well. 2 on, 2 outs.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. That's in there. And the count is even, 2-2. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. And he gets him. Nicely done.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
Phillies,
duel so
second
far.
baseman,
Here's how the
Edmundo
starters have performed up
Sosa.
to this point.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those
Nope,
bats can
that's
stay
it.
hot.
And that's off the inside edge. 1-1.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Kershaw deals.
That's the ball. 2-2.
Ground ball left side. And foul ball. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Boom. Batting for the second time. And that's strike 1.
0-1.
This one in the air. Brown makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder, Mauricio
And
Dubon.
now the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Inside,
That's in, ball.
ball 1. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate here in game 1 of the NLCS. That one ripped. That's back there. Out of here. A massive home run. It's 3-3. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. JT Realmuto steps in.
Fly to center his first time.
For Clayton Kershaw, the resume.
Pitching
Evan
for the
Phillips
Dodgers,
gets the ball now.
number 59.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this
Evan
one, so they've
Phillips.
got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead
Now batting,
0-2 on 2
shortstop,
pitches you didn't want to go
Turner.
after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Trey Turner with a chance now. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. It's their second home run of the inning, and that gives them a lead. It's 4-3.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing.
That's inside.
Awesome
Ball.
job at the plate.
2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across,
Ball.
and we're at the top of the 5th.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground,
Foul.
and it goes just foul. And that's in the dirt. Counts full, 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hit.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. Game 1 of the
Leading off for the
NLCS.
Dodgers.
Here comes Freddie Freeman
First
up to hit.
baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Right through there for a strike. And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Ground ball to Bohm. Bohm goes on to first, and Freeman is retired.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 2 in this one. In there for strike one. Ohtani, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. That one missed. And that's off the outside edge. 3-1 now.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Next offering is in for a strike.
You got a full count.
Three and two. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Will Smith to the plate. 1 for 2. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his...
Runner takes off. It's a pitch out. Throw, tag, out. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
The Dodgers down by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Strike on the inside corner. Two-one pitch is in there, and the count is even. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Smith off of first with 2 away. Pitch is in there, and the count 1-2. Chases that one out of the zone, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So the Dodgers lead 1. They still trail it here, 4-3. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. So here is Bryce Harper, and there's a foul ball. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber, the next to hit. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
0-1.
Fouled off to the right. 1 out, bases empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And a foul ball. Stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Throw on to Freeman. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tanner Banks.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Muncy in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more.
That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
All over that one right there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Pages stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Nabil Prismac preparing to come on if needed. And there's the strike. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th.
Nope. Ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
First and second, no outs. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. That's a little bit low.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And that's in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count's full. Muncy over at second. Pages on at first with nobody out. Now a screamer into the outfield. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Brown in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And fouled off. And that's in the dirt.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Drops into the glove, and there are 2 down. Here's Mookie Betts. Line drive. Should be extra bases. 1 runs in. Here comes Pages around third. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And here's Freddie Freeman. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 6-4.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here comes the skipper. So they turn things over to the righty, Nabil Prismat.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
In the dirt. Foul ball. Two outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Sosa. Nabs it. That is the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the 7th here in game 1. And we're back. And here is Sosa to the plate. Phillips back to work. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. And there's one away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Boom. Lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. To the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Mauricio Dubon just missed.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching on.
And no one can get there. It falls in. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only one away. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Dustin May.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. In for a strike, and it's 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Hit on the ground to short. Betts. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Phillies 4. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. There's a strike.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 10 hits over 90 miles per hour in this game. It's kind of turning into BP down there for some of these guys.
fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Ripped to short. And a couple of quick outs. Max Muncy at the dish. That one hammered, but pulled foul. He swings and fouls one off.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with a few.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Dodgers down in order. They're up 6-4. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
Here's the Phillies
Philadelphia,
DH,
the designated
Weston
hitter,
Wilson.
Weston Wilson.
May in his 7th season, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Misses.
No, that missed. That's
It's
the ball.
2-2. And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Now batting, first baseman.
And now
Bryce
here is Harper.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Kyle
2 outs,
Schwarber.
base is empty. Here comes Schwarbs to the plate. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. Right through there for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Ground ball right side. Slings to first. Schwarber out of the play. May gets him quickly and quietly. 1-2-3. Down quickly go the Phillies. And the score remains 6-4.
Now pitching for
Orion
Philadelphia.
Kirkering into the
Number
game.
50.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking
Orion
for quality
Kirkering.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score
Leading
right
off
where it
for
is.
the Dodgers.
And now the right fielder, Andy Pajes. First pitch, not close. That's a ball.
That's a ball.
Tried the sweeper.
2 balls, no strikes.
Oh, he doesn't get the
missed. That's a
call.
ball.
And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
The 3-1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the
Up
plate.
next,
A game
for the
plan that he's
Dodgers,
sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Cruz.
So man aboard. And now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. On the outside corner. And that's strike 1. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Matt Strong. The lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Ross also throwing. Ball 1 there.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Next offering is in for
1
a
ball, 2
strike.
strikes.
And they'll do it again. Pajes aboard here at first with nobody out. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Now batting, number 13.
And up next for Los Angeles, Larry Brown. That's in there. It's 0-1. In the air, right field. Castellanos has a beat on it. Squeezes it. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
And strike one to Mookie Betts. Runners at the corners, one away here in game one of the NLCS. Two on, one out. Bounce to the left side. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. A run comes in the play. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Orion Kirkering gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strom.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
First and second, one out. And next for L.A., Freddie Freeman.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of him. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So first and second with two outs. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. And he takes a strike. And that one fouled off. First and second, two down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two on, two outs. Line drive. Harper steps on the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Two men left stranded, but they do push across. Back here in L.A., all set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. Strike one.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it's out of here. He'll touch them all. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-5.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet.
Edmundo Soto. And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. And here's the closer to try and finish off game one, Tanner Scott.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Ball. Line and a base hit into right.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That one close, ruled the ball. And that's ball 3. Called strike right there.
3-1.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing. He held up just enough. That's ball 4. First and second, no outs. Dubon will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Right through there for a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Missed with a changeup. And the count 1-2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. It's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-1.
In the air, left field. Hernandez sizing this one up. Brings it in. That's out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. All things starting to unravel out there on the mound. He's given up a few hits. Now he's hitting guys. He's got to find a way to compose himself, or he's not going to be out there much longer. He is going to sleep well tonight if his team can come through with the win.
Scott 1 strike away from securing game 1. Lifted to left, and this should do it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim game 1 here at home.
Well, this was a fun game all the way around. We saw plenty of action. 12 runs total on the board, but a pretty close finish at the end.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.